The hope you are looking for. Learn more at modernvascular.com.
If I traded it all.
So welcome back, everyone. The heater's on in here, and that's why my voice is going. Anyway, my next guest has never been on with me before. I have Jennifer. Jennifer, you are with. You gotta say it. Say the name of your company.
Arete, Realty, and Property Management.
Realty and Property Management. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, what you do, and tell why you want to be here now.
I'm Jennifer Dean. I've been in real estate for about 18 years, and our primary focus with our brokerage is property management. We do sales, residential sales, leases, and what have you also, but our primary focus is residential property management.
What's going on in the property management world today?
It's insane. Just like the housing market has gone crazy, the rental market is as well, just absolutely crazy.
Are you finding that more and more people, especially let's say if someone has sold their house and they didn't realize it was going to go so fast, and now all of a sudden they need a place to be, are you finding a lot of that happening to you right now?
Absolutely, and because there's so much more competition now for a single rental with people moving into the state, and then a person sells a home or what have you, or some properties their rent goes way up and they can't afford it and they have to move. A couple of years ago, we were getting 3-4 applications on a lease property, and now some days we get 25-30 applications within 48 hours on a listing.
Well, tell everybody a little bit about what makes you different.
We do not warehouse our properties. Flat fee warehouse company. I've had owners come to me from them where they will go through 4 or 5 property managers in a year. Because the property managers are so overwhelmed with 150 properties per person. We don't do that. We charge a percentage rather than a flat fee, and you will have me through the entire process. I've been with Arete for 10 years, and I'm not going anywhere. My joke is that I have children in college, and so I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
Right. Now, when somebody is going to work with you, what does that look like? Do you do free consultations? Tell them about the steps of what it means to work with you.
Sure. We work with owners, single investor owners. They maybe own 1 or 2 properties, could be a single family home, condo. They come to me, and I will run comparables for them so they can get an idea of what their house may go for in terms of rent. And I walk them through the process in terms of leasing. We do a full background credit check, rental history verification on any prospective tenant. So I always say that the better tenant I put in there for my owners is a better tenant for me. It makes my job easier as well. We do 6-month inspections on the property where we walk inside and out, do a full report with photos for our owners. We do all rent collection, all maintenance issues. We like our owners to be as involved as they want to be or as uninvolved as they want to be.
We have a lot of investors that listen, and sometimes they don't live here. Do you
Correct.
work with people that live both here and not?
Absolutely. We have owners out of state. We have owners out of country.
Now, when you work with people, are you Valley-wide?
Yes, we are. We're Valley-wide.
And you're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau,
Correct.
you said, and you do free consultations.
Yes.
The number to call is 480-327-7873. It's areteaz.com. It's spelled ARETEAZ.com. You can call them. The number again, 480-327-7873. You can also find them on Facebook as well.
Correct.
Everybody's wondering, how come you wouldn't want to be on Facebook? You're on Facebook. Okay, so why is it important for everybody to have, if you're going to have a house and you're renting, have a property management company?
Well, some of our owners have come to us. They tried to manage it themselves, and they will get a work order, kind of like what they were saying with Cobra Plumbing. The plumbing always goes out on a Friday night or a Sunday morning, and the tenants will call you. And a lot of owners, they don't want to deal with that, which is justified.
Right.
So they call us. We take care of all maintenance issues. Our owners and tenants have 24-hour access to portals where they put their work orders in. Owners can view all their documents, their ledgers, and what have you. So we'll take care of all the maintenance, and so our owners don't have to.
Well, you wouldn't want to. And
yes.
Sometimes it's not a good idea, especially
Right.
when you're working with people that might even be family, right?
Right.
Then you're in trouble,
Yes.
right?
And we don't upcharge any of our maintenance. So exactly what our vendor charges is what my owners pay.
What, do you have to be licensed?
You do. You have to be licensed by the Arizona State Department of Real Estate. And not every brokerage, not every real estate brokerage can be in property management. We have to go through full vetting. We have trust banking. And as an additional bonus, we do outside accounting as well with an independent firm that does 3 three-way reconciliation for us every single month.
So you have two sides, right? So you have your property management that you're taking care of the person that owns the home, but also you also help with people getting into home because
Correct.
you want to make sure those homes are, and with people that last a long time.
Correct.
And so the number to call, again, that's 480-327-7873. They do complimentary consultations. They're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. They work valley-wide. Their website is Arete, ARETEAZ.com. What is the Landlord-Tenant Act, though? Let's talk a little bit about that because this is important for people to know if you're living in a house
Correct.
and you're renting it. Go ahead.
So the Landlord-Tenant Act covers both, obviously, landlords and the tenants. It's a document. It's not fully black and white. There's some kind of gray areas in there, but tells you exactly what landlords have to do or what are required to do for their properties, for their tenants. Tenants, what they have to abide by, what they have to do for their property. And it just kind of gives both sides a little bit of protection.
Well, let me ask you something because I think a lot of people are going to want to know this answer to this question. Because when you're renting, the first thing they want to know is how long can I stay, right?
Correct.
And also, are you going to raise my rent, especially in this market right now? Can they do whatever they want, or do you have a way that when you work with people, what do you do with them?
We do a minimum of a 12-month lease on most of our properties with generally an option to renew, and it just depends on our owner. Some of them will allow a longer lease. I tend not to encourage that just because it locks my owners in. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the 12 months, actually about 60 days out, I run comps. I speak with my owner, make sure they want to renew. And I always try to work with my tenants. I would much rather keep a good tenant than have turnover for my owner.
Exactly. That's what it's all about, is having a good tenant. Again, that number to call them, it's 480-327-7873. Don't try and do these things on your own. This is another thing that we talk a little bit about this here. A lot of people do. And, it's a headache. It can be. Your job is that you know what to do. You know how to handle people when something is going wrong as well. Because what happens if you have to, evict a tenant?
Correct.
So
we've had very good success with eviction. I think I've done 2 evictions in 10 years. We just really try to work hard with the tenant. Eviction doesn't serve any good for either side. So I would rather work with a tenant, get them on a payment plan. But fortunately, we haven't had really much of a problem.
Right. You never know what's going to happen but luckily for you, that's really good that you do. But the reason why is because of the way you screening.
Correct.
That's what it's all about too, and have somebody know that is important. Can any brokerage or agent do property management?
They cannot. They do have to be approved by the Arizona Department of Real Estate because there is trust banking involved, and so that's why we use the outside accountant firm so that we make sure that we're in compliance. We don't want anybody to ever worry about where their money is going, their deposits or what have you. They're safe and secure in a trust account.
People today are doing things more virtually, right? So can you do that with them too?
Yes. All of our owners can do, a direct deposit, what have you, but I have conferences, Zoom calls, what have you, with owners and with tenants. So it is, and we have a lot of tenants now moving from out of state, so we will do a virtual tour for them, walk through the property to show them so they're not moving here quite sight unseen.
Right,
yeah.
I said at the same time. Okay, so they are valley-wide. They are also A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Their phone number, 480-327-7873. It's Arete, ARETEAZ.com. And you can also check them out on Facebook. On Facebook there, do you have pictures and things like that? Or what's on your website that you would want them to know about that they can, get some information and things like that?
I just talks a little bit about what we offer in terms of property management, sales, what have you. And also, too, we get a lot of our referrals from outside agents who help a client buy a home and then they want to rent it. We send all of our tenants, our clients or our owners, back to the referring agent. We have that in our contract. So owners, or rather real estate agents, don't ever have to worry about us trying to keep their client.
And again, tell them how you handle the funds.
It's all in trust banking. So we have 3 different accounts, and it's just all handled. Like I said, it's overseen by an outside accounting firm. We like to make sure that we're in compliance, and my broker is very, very firm on that.
Also, they do different is they do a flat fee.
We do not do a flat fee.
I'm sorry, you said you do not.
We do not do a flat
fee. So their phone number again to call, it's 480-327-7873. They do complimentary consultations. They're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. They're valley-wide. It's Arete, ARETEAZ.com.